Suraj, you want to start over?
Yeah, sure. So hello everyone. This is Suraj this side. I did my graduations in statistics honors. Currently working with EY, and most probably would be joining EY. Sorry, most probably would be joining IIM Code. So a brief about this Amazon MGM acquisition. So Amazon was initially started as an online bookseller, but over the years it explored new markets, and one of the markets was OTT platform or online video streaming platform. And currently Amazon is the second biggest player in this platform, just after Netflix. So through this acquisition, Amazon aims to achieve a top niche advantage in this industry.
Hi, good evening. My name is Prakriti, and I think I'll be joining IIM Code as well for now. And I think Suraj has rightly explained about how Amazon has grown up. So I'm taking up MGM, which basically stands for Metro Goldwyn Mayer, because of its roaring lion symbol, and we must all have seen some motion pictures or cartoons like Tom and Jerry. MGM basically produces feature films and TV series. It distributes films that it has produced and has distribution rights for, like the James Bond franchise and the Rocky franchise. The $8.45 billion acquisition of MGM by Amazon, I think, is surely going to be a deal that will shake the online streaming industry. And Suraj will be explaining us like what's in there for Amazon for this acquisition.
So, I mean, MGM has a huge library of more than 4,000 movies and TV shows. And if you look at the data, in the last year, in 2020, 8 out of 200 most demand series belong to MGM. Then again, Amazon is looking to beat Netflix and the newcomer Disney in competition. And MGM also has a cable channel, Epix. It will also be owned by Amazon. And at last, I mean, Amazon will get James Bond franchisee, so it can also produce new spin-offs and the all current James Bond movies. Now Prakriti will cover the MGM part.
So this acquisition is a good deal for MGM. MGM was declared bankrupt in year 2010, and this deal sorts out to be like a golden opportunity to come out of that bankruptcy. And being valued at $8.45 billion, which is almost like 37 times what's MGM's EBITDA, and it looks like a chance to be at a top-notch level and improve its status. And obviously, not to forget that this will open doors for MGM into modern Hollywood movies and era, and also increase its digital footprint through OTT platform. So, coming over to market share of leading OTT platform, as Suraj rightly mentioned, Amazon stands second globally by acquiring 56.5% of the share. And as it can be seen from the graph here, the Prime membership subscription has increased over the years. So the number of people who are subscribing for Prime membership has increased. Amazon, as an OTT platform, is basically trying to improve its services and its offerings. It has taken up various projects like it's mentioned, like Manchester by the Sea and the Report, by producing it and making it in its own studios, but uh, it looks like the organic activities that it is taking up right now are somewhat limited in aspects, and it now is looking for inorganic growth by acquiring production houses and studio like MGM to improve its base even further.
So now we would cover what's exactly Amazon's rationale behind this deal. So if you look at the Amazon's revenue bifurcation, you will see that $25.21 billion of the revenue comes from this streaming or subscription sector, which is the Amazon Prime. But if you look at the growth rate of different sectors, this streaming or subscription sector has seen a growth of 813% over the last 6 years. And if you look at the overall trend of the US video streaming app revenues, it is growing and it is expected to grow in the next, let's say, 10 to 15 years. And owing to the pandemic, the situation for the OTT platforms is expected to increase more. And both the revenue and both the number of subscribers are expected to increase. So Amazon is looking to, hit a 6 in the OTT industry.
Coming over to the last slide of this presentation, I think overall this move has created a lot of tussle among the market, wherein when the news came out that Amazon will be acquiring MGM at $8.45 billion, the move created a revamp and ushered the Amazon stocks by 1.3%. So I think overall, MGM Studios deal could be seen as a little pricey valuation of the project, because competitors like Apple were valuing MGM at a 40% lower rate, and at the same time, this move looks like a strategic and affordable one for Amazon going forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. So it was an amazing presentation, because this is the journey that we are going to start. And if I remember my first presentation, it is far better than that. So you guys done some amazing research and you have put your data in a brilliant way. And the thing I liked about you is that you have given some good amount of time in doing some research, because I can see a lot of numbers, a lot of things are coming from different aspects. There's still few improvements that you guys can do. So one is thing that you guys have done too many transitions. So don't do too many transitions between like one speaker to second speaker. Fix it like in the starting itself. So first speaker and then second speaker, or if you want to transition more, then don't do like transition more than twice or thrice. After that, one thing that I missed, that the thank you slide. So always put a thank you slide at the end. That doesn't require any hard extra work. Still, it reflects that you have started and you have ended it, because it looks that you haven't ended. You have to tell someone that you have ended your presentation. But if you have ended, put that slide, it would have made things better. So this is something from my side.
Thanks to Prashant sir and the rest of the. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Prashant sir and the rest of the team, for giving us this opportunity to present our analysis regarding this particular acquisition of MGM by Amazon. So myself, Aman Tamrakar, I'm a graduate from IIT Delhi, and I'll be joining IIM Calcutta for the next year. So as Medha discussed, the basic flow of our presentation would be, we'll firstly like to analyze the current situation of Amazon in the market. How has the company been performing over the years, and what all sectors has it entered till the time? And from there, we would like to make an analysis of the particular premium membership of Amazon, like the Prime membership, what all benefits and what all benefits the subscribers are able to get out of the Prime membership, and what are all the competitors available in the market at present. From there, we'll move our presentation to the analysis of MGM Studios. How has the past been for the company, and what has been the probable future for the same, and what is the reasoning behind this particular acquisition by Amazon. And from there, we'd just like to conclude the same by providing what all insights we have created out of it. So let's just start. firstly, how has the tech giant Amazon has been in the market? So undoubtedly one of the biggest growing companies over the past maybe a century. So the founder Jeff Bezos started the company from his garage, as we all know, and today it stands amongst the top 5 biggest tech companies in the market, along with Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook, and having its broad business amongst the 4 major categories, which are e-commerce, cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. So, if we look at the growth trend of the company, the net revenue over the years, as we can see from 2004 onwards till 2020, the revenue has kept growing on. And specifically, the past year has been great for the company. It has made a profit of some 386 billion US dollars in the previous year. Has been a fabulous year for Amazon. The last, especially due to the circumstances created by coronavirus lockdown, the services have seen a great boom in the past year. So coming down to the various sectors the company is operating in at present, if you look at the pie chart, uh, as we can see, the online retail business, this is the primary sector, the primary business of the company, which acquires for some 50% of its major revenue. Apart from that, Amazon Web Service, third-party selling, physical stores are the other sectors which contribute to some decent percentage of amount. But the founder of the company, Jeff Bezos, has some primary motives behind this particular acquisition with MGM. As we can see, the revenue contribution of its subscription service from Amazon has not been up to the mark over the years. It still accounts for some 6.8% in the total mark of the company. So over the past few years, there have been different acquisitions which Amazon has done in order to look after its growth in the market. Amongst them, the Whole Foods acquisition, which was done in 2017 at 13.7 billions, has been the biggest of them. And following it would be the next this one, which is Amazon MGM acquisition, which is done at a market price of 8.45 billion. So we'll drill it down to the analysis of this Prime subscription of Amazon, what all things it has to offer. So basically, along with the normal speedy flow of the goods and services from the retail store, there are numerous other services Amazon is offering along with the Prime membership to its subscribers, like video streaming, music, and audiobooks, which Amazon is able to offer to its subscribers via its different subsidiaries like uh, Amazon Music, Twitch, Amazon Prime Videos, and Audible subsidiaries. So also, as we discussed, the last year has been fabulous for the company. It has crossed a 200 million mark as per the subscribers. So, but there has been concerns in the company regarding its OTT membership, the viewership of the viewership company possesses in terms of the OTT market. So, if we analyze the complete OTT market for that, say, the pie chart gives you the flow of different companies which are different competitors which are present in the OTT market. And as we can pretty easily see, there are 3 major players in the market. Netflix, Amazon Prime accounts for basically the second highest place in that particular market, and then there is Disney Plus. So also, just aside, you can easily see the number of subscribers, the market share these 3 major players are having in the industry. So as we can see, since Amazon Prime and Netflix, they do have a decent growth over the years, but Disney, it has entered the market just 2 years back, but there has been a fabulous growth for them as well. So in that way, the competitor for Amazon Prime in the market at present has been on a very increasing trend. But there's an edge which Amazon offers over its competitors, like added, like in the terms of various added value added services, like as we already discussed, the Prime Videos and Music, then Prime Reading is there, then express delivery in within a single or 2 days maximum. Then people are able to write and read and access various different customer reviews of numerous products. Then buying and purchase and return of products through non-Amazon sites are other services which people are able to offer. So I'd just like to introduce Medha back for the analysis of MGM. Medha, can you please carry forward?
Yeah. So let's look at Metro Goldwyn Mayer. We know that it is one of the oldest studio in Hollywood, and it is known for the iconic franchises of James Bond, Pink Panther, and many more. But MGM's vault has both diminished as well as expanded over the decades as a dominant studio through multiple changes in its ownership, including the Las Vegas casino billionaire Kirk and the Ted Turner. Also, from the timeline, we can see like in 2004, it was acquired by a consortium including the Sony Pictures. That is when the MGM Holdings was founded. But in 2010, it was forced into bankruptcy and the creditors took over the company. Since then, it has been quite dwindling in its financial stability. And so finally, in 2020, they started looking for a potential buyer. Okay, so we can see from the charts that the revenue over the past 5 years has have not quite increased drastically. They were quite stable, and in fact, from 2018 they reduced quite a bit, and in the pandemic they reduced a lot. So, and on the other hand, the total debt of the country of the company kept increasing. So that is when they started looking for the sale of the studio. The pandemic has increased the consumer shift towards the streaming on demand content and putting the pressure on the cable companies and movie theaters. And earlier, the studio had much power because they controlled the distribution. But that has changed in the streaming market. Studios have become the production houses for the streamers. So let's look at the deal. So we know that Amazon signed an agreement to acquire MGM for 8.45 billion, and it is the second largest amount Amazon has paid for a company after Whole Foods in 2017. So what's in it for Amazon and for MGM? We know like Amazon will get a library, a huge library with legacy franchisees from over more than 4,000 movies and 17,000 episode TV library. And we know that libraries are a big reason people stay with the streaming services. And we can see from the competition Amazon is facing from the Netflix. Other than that, um, Amazon already has a studio of its own and it has produced quite a handful of its acclaimed TV series and movies. But its performance on the big screen has been quite uneven. And many of its hits were even movies that it didn't even actually make. So if it wants to stay competitive in the market, it has to ramp up its production. And with this deal, it will able to produce more in-house content with a huge intellectual property that will come with it. So that will really help it to be in the competition and ramp up the competition with the Netflix. What's in it for MGM? It will get an amount that is 40% more than the other prospective buyers, which Apple and Netflix were willing to pay. And it will give it the long waited financial stability, as well as it will end a dozen year of ownership uncertainty for the company, which was we can track as far as 2009 when the studio started eyeing it for acquisition uh, till it entered into the bankruptcy. And even for the last few years, it has been eyed quite for the acquisition. So this will give it a financial stability as well as the ownership certainty and improve its audience base, which it was lacking because of the digital distribution. So as an immediate impact of the deal, uh, the share prices of the Amazon rose by around 1.3%, and it was the highest in the entire week. So let's move on to why. So let's move on to what was the essence of the deal, and is the deal worth for Amazon? So we know that households with Prime membership typically spend around $3,000 a year on Amazon, and that is more than twice what household without membership would spend. So the primary motive of Amazon with this deal was not only to increase its OTT subscriptions, Prime membership, but it will also increase its customer base on its online retail store. Moving on to, is it really worth? So the deal might seem a little steep, given since it was valued at $5.5 billion, but we can see that the company currently holds around $73 billion in cash and equivalents, and the deal amount of 8.45 billion can even be raised by its share of equity. So, with the market capitalization of $1.6 trillion, Amazon can clearly afford it. And even if the deal doesn't go as expected, Amazon wouldn't face of that much a loss as can be seen as of right now. So, what are we able to infer from the deal? Aman will move on with it.
Thank you, Medha. So there are a few inferences which we have made out of whatever data and whatever analysis we have done through the case. I just briefly like to take you through all of them. So the first and the foremost would be whether there will be a short-term synergy or a long-term sustainability of this particular deal, because we cannot deny the fact that a lot of first of all, MGM has not been a good shape over the past few years, and apart from that, many of its major legacy contributions to the world have been towards the end. Like James Bond, Daniel Craig has already, the lead actor, has already announced that he is about to end the series from his end, and the coming movie would be the last one in this particular series. The second analysis is regarding the industry response to this particular deal. Like, suppose even if the deal becomes a success for Amazon and for MGM as well, then following it would be loads of small or large acquisitions from the small players available in the market, the small, you can say, players who would want major player takes like Apple or Netflix to acquire them and release their content to a wider audience. So this could probably create a lot of chaos inside the industry. For Amazon, there are a lot other motives behind just OTT viewership, that they get to increase their their subscriber numbers in their different segments as well, the services which they are able to offer. Also, following it, that like as we all know, at present Amazon is operating in 19 different countries, and using MGM as a base, it has an audience to a wider world and a prospective projects to enter into new markets in various different countries. So the last one, which inference which we could make it out of the data, was whether it is the right time to go for this particular deal or not, because we cannot deny the fact that the hands are about to change for Amazon. 5th July is the date where the CEO Jeff Bezos would take over would hand over his responsibilities to Andy Jassy, the CEO to be for the company. And apart from that, there have been some other concerns as well for Amazon. Like recently, the company has faced an antitrust case from the competitors and the customers available in the market. So this was pretty much it from our side regarding the case and our analysis towards the acquisition of MGM by Amazon. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you guys for
Medha.
putting your hard work and doing this much of analysis, because it was very interesting case and there was many aspects of this and you guys have tried to cover most of this. So it was an excellent presentation that you guys give, and I think I will say that both the presentation are very good. So you guys have put a lot of efforts in making this. So thank you guys for making such brilliant presentation.
Thank you, sir.